Hello, my name is Ashley Foley, and I am the Career Education Specialist for HDF majors here at the University of Rhode Island. Today I wanted to take some time to talk to you about cover letters and successfully writing your cover letter in order to land the interview for the job. On our website is a great place to start. Our website is uri.edu/career, and when navigating to the page, we can click on Students. And what we've done on this page is we have identified career clusters as it relates to the majors here at the University of Rhode Island and the industry that it serves out after college. HDF majors fall within the Health and Health Administration cluster, and we have our own page dedicated to those students right here. From here, my colleagues and I have taken a look at different resources that are available to you to help you when it comes to all of these career-related topics. But what I wanted to cover with you on our resume and cover letter tab is more about cover letters today. I'd like to first start with our quick tip sheet to give you an overview of cover letters in the broad sense. So I'd like to actually start with the second page of this document here. Your cover letter should match your resume. So you'll see here to create your heading, and this should be your resume header. So when you create your resume, you'll have a contact information header at the top of your resume. You should copy and paste that right here into the top of your cover letter. Now this gives both of your written documents, your resume and your cover letter, a nice cohesive brand, and all of your written documents look the same, and they all have the same contact information. The date should always be updated. And this here is the golden rule of cover letters. Always, 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 you should address your cover letter to an actual human being. It should be this person's name, their address, company, state, city, zip, and state. And then really what you want to always make sure you do is address it to an actual person. A lot of times cover letters come through to hiring managers as to whom it may concern, and that is the worst possible opening that you could start your cover letter with. It goes to show that you don't really have that much initiative to go to do the research on who the hiring manager is for that role. And a lot of times hiring managers will take that as an indicator that you've most likely sent out the same cover letter to every position that you're applying for. So what makes this position special, and why should they bring you in for an interview? If you are truly interested in this position, take the time to find out who this person is. You can do that in a number of ways. You can do that. Sometimes the person is listed in the job description, which is easy. Next, you could also search the company's website. Most companies list their staff members on their website. If not, you can also use LinkedIn to your advantage here. And this is where you can search for the hiring manager, the HR manager, the HR director, anybody related to hiring in that role, or even the lead of that department that you're looking to work for. LinkedIn is a great resource for that. If you are struggling with LinkedIn, or if you haven't created a LinkedIn page yet, you can use me as a resource for that. I am happy to help with that as well. It's a service that we offer in our center. And then last but not least, the last option you can use is to actually call the company and ask. And if you call and say, I'm interested in applying for this position, and I'm writing my cover letter, I'd like to address it to the hiring manager or the appropriate person. Would you happen to know who that person is? And most likely, 99% of the time, they're going to be more than happy to give that information out, because that is public information for the most part. And so that is also something that you can use to show your initiative and show your excitement about the position, because most likely that person answering the phone will relay that message to the hiring manager. The steps in creating your cover letter. Ideally, your cover letter should be 3 paragraphs. Your first paragraph is, why are you writing this letter? What's your objective in contacting this person? So if you found this position through Handshake, as an example, which is our job and internship posting database, was it posted there? How did you discover the position? Was it a referral from a person that works in that organization? If that's the case, then this is the right place to name drop that person so they can connect you to that person. And then also talk about how this position would greatly enhance your career path and why your capabilities or why your unique skills will be an asset to the organization. This is an important one that many students miss. You always want to not only talk about how you feel that you'd be a good fit, but how you could also benefit that company. This is important to showcase that you're interested, but you also feel that you can make a difference, you can contribute in some way, shape, or form. And that could be direct to the job description, or it could relate to the company's mission, their values, their volunteer work that they put out into the community. It could be a number of things. And you could do that through just understanding what draws you to this position, what makes you excited about it. I'm going to skip to the closing paragraph because this is also a relatively easy one. How can they contact you? Email and phone. We know we've put it up at the top of the page in your resume header, but by the time they get to the bottom of your cover letter and they want to reach out to you right away, don't give them any reason to not know that information. State it again at the bottom so they can reach out to you as soon as possible. Will you be proactive or reactive? So when you close the paragraph, are you going to follow up in 2 weeks? Or are you hoping to hear from them within a few weeks? Whatever it is that you decide to close this paragraph out with, make sure that you follow up on that. So if you promise that you're going to follow up on your application in 2 weeks, put that in your Google Calendar to make an alert on your phone to make sure that you call to follow up and ensure that your application was received. And how can you show gratitude? Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to hearing from you. Your middle paragraph is really the meat of your cover letter, and this is where you want to be spending the most amount of time tailoring your cover letter to each position that you're applying for, meaning your cover letter is going to change for every single position that you apply to, and the middle paragraph is going to be the section that changes the most. And so this is where you really want to take a look at the job description to identify the skills that are listed or needed in the position and how your skills and abilities match the position and what they are looking for in a candidate. So how we can do that is to actually go to the first page here and use this great grid. And you can recreate this grid in Google Sheets, however is most preferable for you, and you can use it for every position that you apply for. You would want to list the job qualifications or skills needed in each of the jobs that you're applying for, and then take a quick self-inventory of your experience, your coursework or projects, your degree or other involvement that you have here at the university or outside of the university, and how does it match those qualifications. Putting all of that together is going to create that excellent middle paragraph for you. So let's put this into practice. Let's log into Handshake, which is URI's job and internship posting database, and search for a position that might interest us. So when we click on jobs, and just as a quick keyword search here, I'm going to put in the keyword family in Rhode Island, and I'm going to search for a full-time job. 94 positions pop up with the keyword family, full-time job here in Rhode Island. Wonderful. Let's take a look at one that we might be interested in. Family Service Care Coordinator for Family Service of Rhode Island. If this was something that you'd be interested in, here is an excellent example of all of the skills and qualifications that are required for this person to be successful in this position. So some of these things, if you were a recent grad or if you were planning on being a graduate at this point, you would have a bachelor's degree with 2 years of experience. That could come from your early fieldwork placement experience as an HDF student, as well as your senior level internship, volunteer work that you've done at the university. Fluency in English and Spanish required, so those skills would need to be included in your cover letter and resume. How to engage with families, community partners, natural supports. These are all skills that we would want to go back to our grid, list out here under qualifications, and match that with your experience or other work that you have that matches that skill. And that's going to build that middle paragraph successfully for you. Let's go back to our page and actually take a look at a great example. You'll notice Mary includes her resume header here. She addresses it to an actual human being. She does great with her first and last paragraphs. And then she takes that middle paragraph to really focus on the skills that they're asking for and how it relates to her previous positions and the skills that she can bring to this position. If you'd like even more to help build your cover letter, we've got it. We have a module that walks you through step by step how to create an effective cover letter. We also have another short video that you can take a look at through my colleague Jenna, who created a great video on the tips of writing a cover letter as well. I have another resume video that I've shared with your faculty member, but here are some examples for resume as well if you needed some help with resume. If you have any questions, I am your person to contact for this, so please feel free to reach out. My contact information is listed here on the Health Cluster page, but I am also available in Starfish, so you can check Starfish for appointments, and I am here virtually to help during this time while we're not on campus. And I look forward to hearing from you and working with you, and if there's anything else I can help you with, I hope I can. Thanks, everybody. Take care.